Welcome to Homelink. This unique tool, created by Community Solutions and Palantir Technologies, will allow you to easily input new clients, track their progress, and ultimately match them to a home. On the landing page, there are several important features. If you have any problems with using the system, you can email support through the Homelink support link. To access the system, click the Launch Homelink button in the top right. Log in with the credentials that have been emailed to you. The first screen you see upon logging in will always be a consent form to make sure that you understand that you will be accessing protected data on homeless clients and housing availability. If you have any concerns about accessing this data, or you suspect there has been a data breach, please use the contact information provided here to report this immediately. When you first log in, you have the opportunity to change your password by clicking on your profile name in the top right. Please do this, following the guidelines given for a secure password of 8 characters, with 1 uppercase letter, 1 lowercase letter, 1 number, and 1 symbol. This change will take effect as soon as you click the Change Password button. Next, you will see this home screen with a list of clients that have been assigned to you on the left-hand side. If you do not see any clients listed, please contact your community coordinator to make sure that they assign clients to you. Next to each client name, you will see the client's vulnerability score, based on the answers they gave to the VI-SPDAT survey. You will also see a summary progress bar. If you hover your cursor over pieces of the client bar, you can see the relevant information for this client in the housing match process. For example, this client, Barney Jones, completed a VI-SPDAT in July 2014 and was assigned a Navigator, but no further action has been taken on his profile. From this screen, you also have the option to add a new VI-SPDAT survey for a new client. Click on the plus sign and choose VI-SPDAT to open a blank survey form. If your community also uses the family VI-SPDAT, you will see the option for the VI-F-SPDAT. Contact your coordinator if you have questions about which version of the VI-SPDAT to use for a client. On the VI-SPDAT form, you can toggle between the different sections of the survey by clicking on the headings at the top. If you enter new information, you should click Save Changes. Please note that in order to save changes, every required field with a red star next to it must be filled out. To exit the form, click Close at the bottom. Please note that you will still need your coordinator to assign a new client to you once they are in the system. Even if you have entered a new client survey, you won't be able to see that client profile until he or she has been assigned to you. To open a client profile who has been assigned to you, click on their name in the left-hand column. In the top right-hand corner of the profile are 2 important summary numbers, the client's vulnerability score from the VI-SPDAT in blue, and the number of days since there was activity on this client's profile in green. You will also see an expanded version of the progress bar, which shows exactly where a client stands in the housing match process. Hover over each piece of the progress bar to see the date. This particular client completed a VI-SPDAT in July 2014, was assigned to a Navigator, and has a completed birth certificate entered in January 2015. Below this, there are 3 tabs for the client profile. The first tab gives all the information gathered from the VI-SPDAT survey. If needed, you can edit this information by clicking on the Edit option in the top right of the VI-SPDAT tab. The second tab in the client profile is for documents collected from the client. Here, we can see that this Navigator has collected a copy of the client's birth certificate. To add a new document to a client profile, click on the Add drop-down menu on the right and choose Document. You can now indicate what type of document, the date, the status of the document as complete, pending, or not received, and the physical location of the original document. You can also upload a PDF version of the document directly from your computer by clicking on the plus sign and the Browse button. Click Save Changes, and this document will now be added to the client profile. To edit a document that already exists, click on the pencil icon next to the document. The third tab under the client profile is the Notes tab. This is the place where you can add any additional information about the client or contact you have had with them. Here, the Navigator made a note that they spoke with the client who is contacting her family this week to locate her Social Security card. To add a new note, click on the Add drop-down menu and choose Note. Choose a descriptive title, like Phone Call with Client, the date, your name, and the relevant notes for yourself or your coordinator. The final task to perform once you have worked with a client to gather all their relevant documents and they are ready to be matched is to fill out a match initiation form. For example, the Navigator has just finished gathering all the relevant documents for this client, James Johnson. According to the most recent note, this client is ready to fill out the match initiation form. To open this form, click the Add drop-down menu in the Client Profile page. The questions on the match initiation form will be answered by the Navigator working with the client. Once the form is complete, click Save Changes. The Save Changes button only works when you have filled out all required fields marked with red stars. Once a match has been made to housing, the client profile will disappear from your view, although your coordinator can always access this information if it is needed. If you notice any problems or have questions, you can always use the link at the bottom right of the home screen or email us at homelink-support@palantir.com. Thank you for your work to match homeless individuals to housing. We welcome your feedback to continue improving this system and helping to fight homelessness in your community.